Hello friends, my name is Ryan. I'm going to tell you a story named The Forgotten Palace, where the Maharaja's spirit hunts intruders, which is a very amazing story full of twists. So, let's start. The road to the palace was covered in thick fog, and the towering structure stood like a ghostly silhouette against the moonlit sky. No one in the nearby villages dared to step inside. They said the spirit of Maharaja Veer Singh roamed the empty corridors, hunting those who dared disturb his eternal rest. Yet, there were always people who didn't believe in such tales. And that's exactly what brought Akash, Ravi, Nihar, and Pooja to this eerie place. A group of young explorers, hungry for adventure, they had heard the legends but dismissed them as nothing more than folklore. A haunted palace? Sounds like a great place for an overnight challenge, Akash had laughed when Ravi first suggested it. Now, standing in front of the massive iron gates, that laughter seemed distant. The air smelled of damp stone, and a strange silence loomed over the place. No chirping of crickets, no rustling of leaves, just absolute stillness. Nihar shivered. I don't like this. Scared already? Ravi teased. I just feel like something is watching us, she murmured. Pooja rolled her eyes. Come on, let's go before we lose our nerve. They pushed open the creaking gates and stepped inside. Dust swirled around their feet, and the wooden doors groaned as they entered the grand hall. The chandeliers, long covered in cobwebs, hung motionless, and the moonlight barely filtered through the stained glass windows. The air was thick with the scent of old books and rotting wood. Wow, Akash whispered. This place must have been magnificent once. Ravi clicked on his flashlight, casting eerie shadows across the marble floor. Let's check out the throne room. That's where the Maharaja's ghost is supposed to appear. Nihar hesitated. Maybe we should stay near the entrance. Just in case? Scaredy-cat, Akash chuckled, leading the way. As they moved deeper inside, the air grew colder. The feeling of being watched intensified. The hallway leading to the throne room was lined with portraits of past rulers, their eyes following the group as they walked by. One painting, larger than the rest, depicted Maharaja Veer Singh himself, stern eyes, a sharp mustache, and an imposing presence that sent a chill down their spines. Akash smirked. Maybe he's the one haunting this place. At that moment, a sudden gust of wind slammed the doors shut behind them. Pooja screamed, and Ravi's flashlight flickered. The room plunged into darkness. What the? Ravi smacked the flashlight until it steadied. It's just the wind, Akash reasoned, though his voice lacked confidence. Nihar wasn't convinced. Let's leave. Now. A deep, low whisper filled the air. It was unintelligible, but it sent shivers down their spines. Who's there? Ravi called out. Silence. Then, footsteps. Slow, deliberate, echoing through the empty halls. Nihar grabbed Pooja's arm. We have to get out. Akash held up his phone to record. This could be proof that ghosts exist. Before anyone could argue, the portrait of the Maharaja crashed to the ground with a deafening sound. Dust exploded into the air, and behind the fallen canvas, something glowed faintly, a doorway. Pooja gasped. A hidden passage. Akash's eyes gleamed with excitement. We have to check it out. Are you crazy? Nihar whispered harshly. That thing just fell on its own. Ravi hesitated. Maybe it's just a coincidence. We should at least see what's inside. Compelled by curiosity and adrenaline, they stepped through the hidden doorway. A narrow staircase spiraled downward, leading them into the depths of the palace. The deeper they went, the colder it became. The whispering grew louder, yet they still couldn't make out the words. At the bottom of the stairs, they found themselves in a chamber filled with old relics, ornate swords, shields, and golden artifacts covered in dust. In the center of the room stood an ancient throne, cracked and crumbling. As soon as Akash stepped forward, the whispering stopped. The silence was worse. It was deafening. Then, the throne creaked. The dust around it stirred as if something unseen had just moved. Nihar clutched Pooja's hand. We shouldn't be here. Akash ignored her, reaching for a jeweled dagger resting on the armrest. Look at this. It's beautiful. A blood-curdling scream filled the air. Not from them. From the darkness itself. The walls trembled. The ground beneath them cracked. A gust of icy wind howled through the chamber, and a shadowy figure emerged from the throne. Tall, draped in regal robes, eyes burning with an unnatural glow, it was him. The Maharaja. Who dares disturb my slumber? His voice was a mixture of rage and sorrow. Akash dropped the dagger and stumbled back. We didn't mean to. Lies. The spirit roared, raising his hand. The air thickened, pressing down on them like an invisible force. Pooja sobbed. Please, let us go. Intruders must pay the price, the Maharaja's voice echoed. The torches lining the walls blazed to life, casting terrifying shadows. The ground beneath them began to split apart. Run! Ravi screamed. They bolted up the stairs, the spirit's wrathful cries following them. The walls shook, debris falling around them. As they reached the main hall, the doors ahead slammed shut. Nihar turned to the portrait. The way we came in, it's gone. The Maharaja's laughter rang through the palace. No one leaves. Akash, desperate, pulled out his phone and screamed, We're sorry. We didn't mean to disturb you. Please, let us go. Silence. Then, the doors creaked open. The air grew still. Without hesitation, they ran. The moment they crossed the gates, the palace behind them rumbled and faded into darkness. The towering structure that once stood so imposingly was now nothing more than ruins. They never spoke about that night again. No one believed them, but they knew the truth. The Maharaja's spirit still hunted those who dared to trespass. So, my friends, if you ever come across an abandoned palace with a dark past, turn around. Because some doors are better left unopened. And before you leave, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more thrilling stories. Until next time, stay safe and beware of what lurks in the dark.